Good morning, first graders. I thought we could do like Rainbow Week, and we could each choose a different color each day and wear a different color of the rainbow. So today I'm wearing red for the first color of the week. Good morning. And I decided to put on a fancy dress because why not? And it's nice outside. Isn't that exciting how warm it is? Good morning. I see Nella and Jose, Zane, Emerson, Elijah. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Maggie. I think that's Shair. Good morning. I hope you all had a nice weekend. It was nice to be outside for a little bit yesterday. Hi, Penny. Hi, Kellen. Good morning. Oh, good. That is Jair. Good morning, Jair. Hi, Elijah. Okay. So I'm going to read some poems like we do every day while we're waiting for everybody to get logged in. And I really like these Mr. Rogers poems because they talk a lot about things that happen to kids, and they also talk a lot about feelings. And I know that a lot of us can have a lot of really big feelings during this time just because everything's not the way that it used to be. And so Mr. Rogers is always really good at helping us explain why our feelings are happening and what to do about them. And most of the time, what to do about your feelings is to feel them, because it's okay to feel sad and scared, and then to try to do something to help yourself feel better. So this one's called I Did Too. And look at this little person, looks like they got a boo-boo. Let's see what happens to them. It says, I did too. Did you ever fall and hurt your hand or knee? Did you ever bite your tongue? Did you ever find the stinger of a bee stuck inside your thumb? I did too. Yeah. It seems the things that you do, I did too, when I was very new. I had lots of hurts and scares and worries when I was growing up like you. And even now, when your moms and dads have the same feelings too, when they get hurt or scared or sad. Did you ever trip and fall down on the stairs? Did you ever stub your toe? Did you ever dream of great big grizzly bears who wouldn't go? I did too. It seems the things that you do, I did too, when I was very new. I had lots of hurts and scares and worries when I was growing up like you. Yeah, so this poem is about how we all feel the same things sometimes. If we get stung by a bee, it hurts all of us, right? It stings and it itches and it hurts. And that happens when you're little and when you're grown up too. And the best thing you can do is put a little Band-Aid on it, get a little hug, and then you'll feel a little bit better. This one I thought was a really good poem to read today. It's called Sometimes Isn't Always. I thought that was really important because right now we're learning at home, and that's what we're going to have to do for kind of a long time, but it's not going to be always. And we don't know when the always is going to be, when we're going to be able to change, but it's not always going to be like this. And we just have to do the best we can while things are not the way they always are, but that sometimes isn't always. And Mr. Rogers always has just the right words for us. Sometimes isn't always. Sometimes I don't feel like combing my hair. I don't feel like washing my face sometimes. Sometimes I don't feel like saying okay, but sometimes isn't always. Sometimes I do feel like combing my hair. I do feel like washing my face sometimes. Sometimes I do feel like saying okay, but sometimes isn't always. Sometimes I don't feel like going to bed. I do feel like getting right up sometimes. Sometimes I don't feel like wearing my shoes, but sometimes isn't always. Sometimes I don't feel like sometimes I do. I feel like I don't like to feel sometimes. Sometimes I don't and sometimes I do, but sometimes isn't always. Isn't always, isn't always. So this sometime that we're living through isn't always. It's just for some time. Okay, today and this week we're going to practice vowel teams. So vowel teams are when two vowels are next to each other, and most of the time the first vowel does the talking, it says the sound, and the second vowel we don't hear at all. But as we learn more and more words, we know that that's not always true, right? That sometimes some words don't follow the rules. But today we're going to learn about some rule followers. So we're going to learn about words that have E and EA. EE and EA. And both of these teams say the sound E. Just close this so you can see the screen. E. Okay, so let's try some EE words first. Let's try the word feel. Feel. I can feel the warm sun on my skin. Let's stretch it. Ready? Feel. Feel. Very good. It's spelled F-E-E-L. Feel. Excellent. Let's change feel into feed. I help feed my dog. Feed. I hear the sounds F-E-D. How do I change it into feed? Very good. I changed the L to a D. Excellent. Good morning, Charlie. Very good. Let's try another one. Let's try the word sheep. Sheep. The sheep's wool was used to make yarn. Let's stretch the word sheep. Ready? Sh-e-p. Sheep. There's that H brother at the beginning. Sheep. Sheep. Spelled S-H-E-E-P. Very good. Let's write the word green. Green. On Wednesday, we will all wear green to virtual school. Let's stretch it. Ready? G-R-E-N. Green. Try to write all those sounds. Green. You got it? There's Caleb. Hi, Caleb. Good morning. We have G-R-E-E-N. Green. Very good. Let's try a few more. Let's try the word deep. Deep. I took swim lessons so I could swim in the deep end of the pool. Deep. Let's stretch it. Ready? D-E-P. Deep. Very good. Good morning, Will. Deep. It's spelled D-E-E-P. Very good. And we'll do one more E-E word. Let's write the word cheek. Cheek. When I fell, I got a scrape on my cheek. Let's stretch it. Ready? Ch-E-K. Cheek. There's another H brother. H brother's coming down the line. Cheek. Ready? C-H-E-E-K. Cheek. Very good. Let's try some E-A words. Now these are tricky because they make the same sound as E-E. They also say the sound E in some words, but they have an E and an A. We can only hear the E. The A just keeps on walking. We don't hear it at all. Let's write the word bean. Bean. I planted a bean, and a few days later I saw a sprout. Let's stretch the word bean. Ready? B-E-N. Bean. Try it. B-E-N. Bean. Ready? B-E-A-N. Excellent. Let's try the word seat. Seat. I'm sitting on a green seat. Let's stretch it. Ready? S-E-T. Seat. Your turn. Seat. S-E-A-T. Seat. Very good. Let's try another one. Clean. Clean. I have to clean my floors every day. They're so dusty. Clean. Let's stretch it. Ready? K-U-E-N. Clean. Your turn. Oh, Jose read my mind. He has the word that I was going to have you write next. Clean. Clean is spelled C-L-E-A-N. Very good. Let's write the word leaf. Leaf. There is a new leaf on the tree as spring has started. Leaf. L-E-F. Leaf. Your turn. Leaf. You ready? L-E-A-F. Very good. You guys are doing a great job typing along. I want to do one more E-A word because it's going to be in our sentence. It's the word each. Each. Each of you is doing a great job learning at home. Let's listen to the sounds. Ready? E-ch. Each. There's only 2 sounds, but there's 4 letters. So let's make sure we get all those letters to make those sounds. Ready? Each. Each. E-A-C-H. Very, very good. You guys are doing a great job. Okay, let's try a sentence. A sentence might be a little tricky because we can't tell just by listening to the words if they have E, E, or E-A. The best thing you can do sometimes is try it one way and you might realize that doesn't look right. And then you can try it the other way. And if you're not sure the first time, I'll show it to you and then you can fix it. And then that helps you learn. Ready? Here's the sentence. They will feed each sheep a green leaf. 8 words. They will feed each sheep a green leaf. Ready? Write it on your board or you can type it in your box there. They. Think about what you have to do to the beginning of a sentence. They. They will. They will feed. Feed. Which vowel team goes there, do you think? They will feed. Feed. They will feed each. Each. We just practiced that one, right? They will feed each sheep. Sheep. They will feed each sheep a. They will feed each sheep a green. They will feed each sheep a green leaf. Leaf. They will feed each sheep a green leaf. All right, if you finish, draw a picture to match. And in just a second, I'll show you mine. They will feed each sheep a green leaf. Very good. Okay, you ready? Check that you have capital. Check that you have an end mark. Check your EEs and your EAs. Maybe read it one time. They will feed each sheep a green leaf. Make sure you have all the words. Ready? Here we go. They, They. Space, will, Will. Feed, Feed. Each, Each. Sheep, Sheep. A, green, Green. Leaf, Leaf, period. Very, very good job. Okay, today we're going to practice still subtraction, but we're going to practice word problems. So using subtraction to help you solve a problem. So something that might be useful to have is a number line if you have one, or some paper so you can draw. Now I wrote down these problems, but they are a little wonky because, you know, the backwards writing problem. So we'll just have to do the best we can. So when you're thinking about the problem, remember we think about what are they asking us to find? What do we already know? And what strategy can we use to help us? What are they asking us to find? What do we already know? What strategy can we use to help us? So here's our first one. If some of the letters are backwards, I apologize. It says, there are 8 cookies in a jar. 3 are Oreos. The rest are chocolate chip. Yum. How many are chocolate chip? So what are they asking us to find? What are they asking us to find? Sometimes you can tell at the last sentence or where the question mark is. They want to know how many cookies are chocolate chip, right? What do we already know about these cookies? We don't know how many are chocolate chip. That's what we're trying to find. What do we do know about these cookies, though? We know that there are 8 in the jar, and that 3 are Oreos, and that the others are chocolate chip, the rest. So what could we do to figure this out? We could do a couple different things. Sometimes I like to draw a picture so that I can see exactly what this problem would look like in real life, because the reason we do math is so that we can do it in real life. So if I have 8 cookies, I could start by drawing 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to draw in rows of 5 to help me count. 6, 7, 8. That's how many are in the jar. Can pretend this whole thing is a jar. The other part that I know is that 3 of them are Oreos. So I could circle the 3 that are Oreos and cross them out, because I already know that those are the Oreos. Then what number is left is how many are chocolate chips. And I see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. So the way you would write them, the subtraction sentence for this is 8 minus 3 equals 5. Oh, backwards 3. 8 minus 3 equals 5. Excellent. Very good. Let's try another. This one's about flowers. I love having flowers at my house. Remember, we're thinking, what are they asking us to find? What do we already know? What strategy can we use? The last time we used the strategy of drawing, but that's not the only one we know. We know a lot more. It says some flowers are in a vase. 8 are red and 6 are blue. How many flowers are in the vase? Some flowers are in a vase. 8 are red and 6 are blue. How many flowers are in the vase? What do they want us to know? Remember, we can look where that question mark is. They want us to know how many flowers are in the vase all together, right? How many flowers are in there? The vase is like the glass or the plastic container used to hold them. What do we know about the flowers? We know there are 2 different kinds, right? 8 red and 6 blue. Is this a subtraction problem or an addition problem? Or can you use both? So what's a strategy I could use to do this one? I could draw. I could do the same thing. I could draw 8 circles for the one flower and 6 flowers for the other flower and then count them up. Or I could use my number line. And this is the sentence that I'm thinking of. I'm trying to figure out 8 plus 6, right? So to do that, I could start on my number line 8, because we always start with the biggest number. Then I have to do fewer jumps. And then I jump 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You guys are right. 14 flowers. Excellent. There are 14 flowers. Now, thinking about this problem, there are 14 flowers in the vase. I take out all of the red flowers. How many flowers are left? This number is the number of red flowers. There are 14 flowers in the vase. I take out all the red flowers. How many flowers are left? So now we're thinking about this problem. There are 14 altogether, and I take out the red. I take out the 8. Now I could use my number line, and I could start on 14 and count back 8. Or I know so much about numbers that these are in a fact family, right? If 8 plus 6 equals 14, then 14 minus 8 equals 6. They all go together. Very good. Excellent. Let's do one more. I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about fishing. So I thought maybe I'll write a problem about fishing. There were 17 fish in a pond. Sorry, my typo here. I caught 9. Oh, my F is backwards too. How many fish are left? There were 17 fish in a pond. I caught 9. How many fish were left? What do they want us to know? How many fish were left in the pond, right? I know how many I caught, and I know how many I started with. I want to know how many are left. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I know 2 things. I know that there were 17 fish in the pond before, and that I caught 9 of them. What can I do to figure this out? What's the number sentence I'm thinking of here? How am I getting this right in my brain so I can do this math problem? Well, it sounds to me like subtraction because we had some number of fish in a pond and I took some out. So I want to know how many are left. Very good. So when we do that, I'm going to start with the whole group. The whole group of fish is 17, right? Then I'm taking out or subtracting the 9 that I caught. So now I have to figure out what's left. So something I can do, I could draw 17 and cross out 9, but it would kind of take me a long time to draw 17 circles. So the faster thing to do would be to use my number line. So now I start on 17 and I jump back 9. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Very good. And I see that there are 8 fish left. Excellent. Very good. Kiss your brains. You did a great job. So today, when you do your computer time, I'd like you to go on Math Score. But tomorrow, when you do IXL, you're going to have you're going to work on the topics about subtraction problems. So you'll already have a head start. So today, I'm going to read you a story. It's not a story, actually. It's a nonfiction book. It's called How My Family Lives in America. And if you had a chance to read the email I sent on Friday, you'll have seen that I sent home a social studies project for you to do. And we would have done this project at school and you would have brought it in to show everybody. But I thought it could be a really fun thing for your whole family to do at home because you're supposed to use recycled materials. And I don't know about you guys, but I've been cooking a lot at home, so I have lots of boxes and jars and things that I could turn into other things. So your social studies project is to build a dream house for your family using a cardboard box. Think about how many family members you have, the things that you need, thinking about all the books we read. What are the things you need to have a house that is safe and healthy for everybody? Let's see if I can find it. Remember, we talked about these things. It has to protect you and be sturdy. You have to have safe water, clean water, and a place to store your food. You have to have enough room for everybody, and you have to have adults there to make sure that kids are safe, right? So today I'm going to read you a book about how different kids live in different homes around the United States. And then today for your writing project, if you haven't started your house yet, or if you have, I want you to make a list of the things that you are going to make and put in your house, your dream house for your family. Okay? This is called How My Family Lives in America. We might not read the whole thing. Maybe we will, I'm not sure. This book is about 3 different families. Here they are. Sanu, Eric, and April are American children with families just like yours. They have parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles who love them and take care of them. Year after year, their families celebrate special days together in special ways. Because Sanu, Eric, and April each have at least one family who did not grow up in the United States, their family heritage is an interesting mix. Some traditions remembered from a parent's childhood in another place are kept alive in America. Sometimes, with the help of Sanu, Eric, and April, new traditions are started. Here are their stories. My name is Sanu. A long time ago, Sanu was a princess in Africa. My brother Badu was named after a famous warrior. He's glad about that. We have these names because my daddy was born in Senegal, a country far away in West Africa. He moved here to go to college. When we visited my grandparents last year, I learned all about the Senegalese part of me. I learned to call mommy Yae and daddy Bae. My grandparents gave me a drum and African clothing. He dresses in African style every chance he gets. It says, I have an American grandmother too. She lives in a city called Baltimore, where my mother grew up. My mommy's mommy comes to visit us in New York City on the weekends. Then she teaches me about good manners, about being neat and clean, and about standing straight and tall. Grandma sings to us the songs she taught mommy. Our favorites are Precious Lord, Take My Hand, and Hush Little Baby, Don't You Cry. When Badu tries to play along on his African drum, it doesn't sound like Africa. Here she is with her grandma and her brother. During the week, I go to mommy's work after school to help out. The thing I like about my mommy's hairdressing shop is that it reminds me of how people look in Senegal. In my daddy's village, the girls weave a kind of cloth into their braid. They call it a Senegalese twist. I'm only 5, so I'm learning how to do a regular braid. So her mom works in a hair salon. She does braids for people. Sometimes Daddy picks me up after school and takes me shopping for food. Daddy knows how to cook African style. Together we buy carrots, cabbage, eggplants, tomatoes, yams, and cassava, a vegetable that is like a potato. Daddy likes to tease Mommy. In Africa, the wife gets the food and cooks it too. You're in America now, my mommy says, laughing. So here they are picking out their food. For a special meal, my daddy fixes chebunjen for lunch, just like his family does in Senegal. This dish is rice and fish and vegetables. For this meal, we invite my daddy's relatives, Fifi, Sambo, and Hussein, to join us. Before we eat, we all wash our hands the way we did in my father's village. I want everyone to hurry up. In Africa, my father said, the children must be patient and wait their turn. You're in America now, I giggle. So we might love to do these things with our families too. And right now, maybe you're doing them on Zoom, having meetings together and meals together at your own houses. I know I've been doing that with my family and friends. At this meal, everyone dresses like people do in Senegal. We put a cloth on the floor, not on the table, since it is custom to eat on the ground in Senegal. Everyone eats together from one big bowl. Here's the best part. We get to eat with our hands, not with forks and spoons. Daddy shows us how to squeeze the oil out of the teboudin. When we eat, we hear stories about our parents when they were little in Senegal and in Baltimore. Mommy says how lucky we are to be African Americans. Here's our next little boy. This is Eric. My name is Eric. I live in a tall apartment building in New York City with my mommy and daddy and our pet parrot called Peppy. My daddy and all my grandparents came to New York from Puerto Rico. Daddy showed me how to find Puerto Rico on a map. It is an island in the ocean not too far from Florida. Mommy, Peppy, and I were born in New York City. I thought I didn't see the bird, but it's on the mom's shoulder, you see? There's Peppy. When Daddy comes home from work, we play our favorite sport, baseball. It's hard to catch the ball when I wear my heavy winter jacket. Last winter, Mommy and Daddy took me to Puerto Rico for a vacation. I learned lots of things about my heritage. Daddy grew up where there are palm trees like in Florida, and it is warm every day in Puerto Rico. So warm that people can always play baseball without a jacket. Everyone in Puerto Rico speaks Spanish, just like my grandparents. In our home, we speak two languages, English and Spanish. Even Peppy speaks English and Spanish too. My friends Irma and Glenn speak Spanish too. They come from another island called the Dominican Republic. If you come from a place where the people speak Spanish, you are called Hispanic. We call ourselves Hispanic Americans because part of us is Spanish and part of us is American. In my city, there are lots of Hispanics from many different countries, but they all speak the same language, Spanish. Sometimes Irma and Glenn stop by to help me with my chores. We clean beans, then put them in a pot of water overnight to make them soft. Then Mommy shows me how to crush garlics for sofrito, which is a mixture of Spanish spices that will go into the bean pot. So here they are working on the beans. That night, Mommy, Daddy, and I have our favorite dinner, arroz con pollo. It's rice with chicken and beans. Mommy and I are good cooks. That does look yummy. When my parents are at work, my mommy's mommy, Nana Carmen, takes me shopping at the carniceria for the Spanish meat market. I get to pay. Muchas gracias, the grocer says to me. To answer, I say de nada, which means don't mention it. There they are shopping. My Nana Carmen visits me every single day. At bedtime, she comes to our homes just to kiss me goodnight. Sometimes she shows me her tiny hurts so I can tell her my special Spanish healing poem. Sana, sana, sana. Si no tú cueras hoy, te cueras mañana. Heal, heal, heal. If you don't heal today, you'll heal tomorrow. Then I say my prayers to my guardian angel, just like Mommy and Daddy did when they were little. Nana Carmen says the guardian angel watches over children and keeps them safe when they are sleeping. This looks like fun. When Mommy is home from work, she plays Spanish music on the stereo. Then my friends, Mommy, and I dance the merengue. When we hear the music, we shake our hips and move to the beat. 1, 2, 1, 2. In Spanish, we count like this. 1, 2. In my family, next to baseball, we love Spanish dances best. When my madrina, that's my godmother, stops in for a visit, she dances with us. Sometimes Daddy, Nana Carmen, and my friends join in too. And Peppy sings merengue. We have one more family. My name in America is April. I also have a Chinese name, Ching, which means admire, and Lan, which means orchid. Both my parents are Chinese and were born in Taiwan. Taiwan is an island on the other side of the world. My papa came to New York without his parents to go to school, and my mama moved here with her family. Because Julius, my older brother, and May, my older sister, and I were born in America, we are called Chinese Americans. There are many Chinese Americans, but we do not all speak the same language. The way my family speaks Chinese is called Mandarin. In Mandarin, I call my daddy Baba and my mommy Mama. It sounds something like English, but when we write the words, they look very different. Another thing that's different in Chinese is that words aren't made with letters. Each word has its own special mark. So if you look here, this is how they would write how April would write father and how April would write mother. Wow. And this is how she would write her name. During the week, we go to public school, but on Saturday, we go to Chinese school. There we learn how to speak and write in Chinese, like my parents learned in Taiwan. When I write English letters, I write from the left side of the page to the right. When I write Chinese, I write from the right to the left. And I write in rows from the top of the page to the bottom. For us Chinese American kids, there are many things to remember. In Chinese school, we also learn a special kind of writing called calligraphy. We use a brush instead of a pen, black ink, and special paper made from stalks of rice. Our teacher shows us how to hold the right way to hold the brush. That's pretty cool. My favorite part of Chinese school is snack time. Today, Mama made me cold sesame noodles. I eat them with a fork, but most Chinese people eat their noodles with chopsticks. I'm just learning to eat with chopsticks. Papa told us that an Italian explorer named Marco Polo discovered noodles in China a long time ago and introduced them to his country. When Mama brought home takeout, Julius asked if a Chinese explorer discovered pizza in Italy. Mama and Papa laughed and said, no. When we eat our pizza, we play a game to test our wits. Papa asks us to look for letters in the picture on a pizza box. Julia sees a V in the pizza man's shoe, and May sees an L. Oh, look, I can even see the Chinese letter Ba in the pizza man's eyebrows. Ba means 8 in Chinese. That's a fun thing to do. Look for letters in your takeout boxes. At night, when we finish all our chores and our homework, we play Chi Chow Bang. In America, people call it tangram. This is a popular game in Taiwan, like checkers is in America. My grandparents and even my great-grandparents played this game. To play, you move 7 different shapes to build a new shape. I like to make the cat. It is very difficult, but I can do it. Papa says, go slowly and think about the cat. After a while, your mind will start to run and you will see the cat in the shapes. And he's right. There's an old Chinese saying, the older you are, the wiser you become. When I become a grown-up, I will remember to tell this to my family. And at the end of the book, there's recipes that all of the different families makes. This is Sanu's recipe, and Eric's, and April's. How cool. Okay, so the things that I would like you to work on today are Lexia. See if you can do 4 targets today. That's your green number. Math score. See if you can try to get 5 stars. And for your social studies project, I want you to work on making a list of the things that you are going to build to put in the house for your family. Tomorrow, I'll see you on Instagram, and today was Red or Orange Day, so tomorrow will be Yellow Day. So see if you have something yellow to wear. Okay, it was great to see all you first graders today. Enjoy this beautiful weather, stay safe, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay? Bye, everybody.